In order to minimize crew workload, many systems and engine indications have been combined into the engine indication and crew alerting system, or more commonly referred to as EICAS. The primary purpose of EICAS is to display engine indications and alert the crew of abnormal conditions. EICAS information is collected from two computers which monitor sensors throughout the aircraft. The EICAS controls and indicators are located on the glare shield, the forward instrument panel, the forward pedestal, and the auxiliary panel. Let's now discuss the normal operation of EICAS. During normal operations, the EICAS system displays the primary engine indications on upper CRT and the secondary engine indications on the lower CRT. These indications will be discussed in the power plant lesson. In addition, EICAS constantly monitors all aircraft systems for abnormal conditions. Should a malfunction occur, an alert message will appear in the top left corner of the upper display. The EICAS controls and indicators are located on the glare shield, warnings, which indicate the most critical problems and require prompt corrective action, cautions, which are less urgent and allow for timely corrective action, and advisories, which are the least urgent and are corrected on a time-available basis. The warning alerts are indicated by an aural warning, the illumination of the master warning lights, and a red message on the upper EICAS display. There are three different aural warnings. A bell signals a fire, a voice indicates a ground proximity warning, and a siren indicates all other warnings. Certain aural warnings can be silenced by pressing either of the master warning caution reset switches. Click on either master warning caution reset switch to silence the aural warning. The master warning lights illuminate each time a new warning message appears on the EICAS display. The warning lights will extinguish when the condition no longer exists, or until manually reset by pressing either of the master warning caution reset switches. Now click on either master warning caution switch to simulate resetting the master warning lights. Now click on either master warning caution switch to simulate resetting the master warning lights. Caution alerts are indicated by an aural tone, illumination of the master caution lights, and an amber message on the upper EICAS display. There are two different caution aural alerts. A beeper tone, which automatically silences and resets after each sounding, and a voice tone for the ground proximity warning system. The master caution lights illuminate and an aural warning sounds each time a new caution message appears on EICAS display. The master caution lights will extinguish when the condition no longer exists, or until manually reset by pressing either of the master warning caution reset switches. Now click on either Master Warning Caution switch to simulate resetting the Master Caution lights. Advisory alerts are identified by an indented amber message on the upper EICAS display. Advisories do not sound an aural alert or illuminate the Master Warning Caution lights. Now let's try a few questions. The crew alerting messages are arranged by their urgency and order of occurrence. The red warning messages appear at the top of the list, followed by the cautions and the advisories. The top message in each group indicates the most recent warning, caution, or advisory. Should the number of messages exceed the display limit, a white page number will appear on the bottom line of the message list. Two control switches for the alert message list are located to the left of the upper EICAS display. Pressing the Cancel switch removes the existing caution and advisory messages and displays the next page if available. The warning messages cannot be canceled, however, and are carried over from the previous page. When the last page is displayed, pressing the Cancel switch removes the caution and advisory messages. Pressing the Recall switch displays the previously removed caution and advisory messages that still exist. A white recall message also appears for about 1 second to indicate the recall switch was pressed. New alerts will appear on the currently displayed page. When the recall switch is pressed, the new alert will appear on page 1. During certain conditions, the master warning caution lights, the caution beeper, and the fire bell are inhibited to prevent distractions. During ground operations, with the fuel control switches in the cutoff positions, the master caution lights and the beeper are inhibited. These caution alerts are also inhibited during takeoff above 80 knots. At rotation, the master warning lights and the fire bell are inhibited to prevent distractions during the initial climb. These caution and warning inhibits remain in effect for 20 seconds after rotation, or until 400 feet radio altitude is reached. Should an aborted takeoff be initiated above 80 knots, the master caution lights and the beeper remain inhibited until the aircraft slows to below 75 knots. Portions of the crew alerting system are also inhibited for an engine failure or engine shutdown. Should an engine shutdown occur, many of the individual alert messages are inhibited and replaced by the engine shutdown message. Now let's try a few more questions.